Good evening, one and all. We're live again here on YouTube. It's Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Wiki, VA3IMW. That's my call sign. My name is Mac, Mike Alpha Charlie, and I'm situated here in Hamilton, Ontario, in Canada. And we're creeping up on 7 p.m. for another edition of our Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Monitoring the VE3ZOE repeater tonight on a frequency of 446.125. And I believe our net controller tonight will be none other than VE3IUK, Bill from Dundas. Please stand by. He'll pick it up at 7.
Good evening, all amateurs. This is Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt, Bill in Dundas, and I'm your host this evening for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. This net meets 5 times weekly, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on a repeater at 7 p.m. and Thursdays at 7 p.m. on a simplex frequency of 446.125. Thank you to Mac, VA3IMW, for hosting this on YouTube. Please remember to like and subscribe. It helps us all, and it costs nothing. And when checking in, mobile stations do get priority. So with that, let's stand by and see if there are any one-and-dones or time-sensitive or priority traffic come now.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Yankee Tango.
All right, nothing heard, so we'll stand by for anyone who would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now.
Hey, Bill, you missed Ed there. Victor Echo 3, Yankee Tango. Forgot the call sign. Anyways, Ed's in there.
Oh, I didn't hear him. Try again, Ed.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Yankee Tango. Good day there, Bill.
You're not coming through the repeater there. Turn on the duplex there, Edward.
Hey, how about now?
Perfect. Go ahead, Bill.
Yep, how you doing this evening, Edward?
My dial wandered over to the old simplex setting from when we had no repeater. That's what happened there. Thanks, Mac. Right then. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just heading to a meeting and thought I'd say hello before I got into the usual spot there on let's see here, Appleby Line down by New Street where there's never any coverage.
Yo, appreciate the taking the time to check in, and you were fine on those transmissions. So enjoy the evening, and thanks for taking the time to check in.
Thank you so much, and 73s to everyone.
Yeah, very good, Edward. Take care and safe driving. Any other quick one-and-dones or priority traffic before I ask for regular check-ins? V3 Foxtrot Bravo Charlie, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, everyone? Hope everything's doing good.
You're not quite making the repeater there. Try again. Does anybody have a copy on him direct?
No, he's picket fencing a little bit. Can't pick him out all the way. Anyways, good to hear him, and it's worth the try. Anyways, FMB. That's Droner Wayne. Always appreciate hearing you.
I think that's Sam the Cannon Man.
You may be right. I may be crazy.
That's okay. I'm crazier than a dog in a hubcap factory. Anyways, thanks for taking the time to and we appreciate that. So let's stand by. And, I don't know if Mac wants to break the ice for regular check-ins, but before we do that, let's look at our YouTube channel. You see, we've got Larry, we've got Al, and Mac has checked in, and Solar Newbie, and VA3BT. So we have activity on the YouTube channel. Anyway, let's stand by for regular check-ins. Come now.
VE3LBI.
VA3LBI, VA3IUK. Good evening, Larry.
Even though I forgot Ed's call sign, VYT, when I heard him key up and I heard you carry on, but I didn't realize he was on the reverse because he was nice and clear here. So another day, rather cool. Hopefully for to get these temperatures up. Anyway, radio-wise, not bad. Played a little radio out this morning and picked up a couple of articles. I had to run down to what's called, it used to be called, well, it still is, Beach Road Steel, and actually off of Parkdale there. So I dropped down here this morning to pick up a couple of articles.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it was chilly this morning. I had to go up to St. Joe's for a test, and when I was waiting for my brother-in-law to pick me up, I was stood inside the doors. That wind was really bitter this morning, and when we left here around 8 o'clock for my appointment, it was snowing, Larry.
No kidding. Yeah, well, it snowed through the night up here. Nothing heavy. Al just said got some snow this morning. The sun came out and it's all gone by the afternoon, so their temperature looks like it's pretty good. He says she was a blizzard this morning here, so he must have had quite a bit of blowing through. I know the 400 was bad. Other than that, Bill, nothing really to report. Like I say, got a couple things to do this week. Nothing too much important, really. Doctor's appointment for Friday was canceled, so it'll happen next week. They called us.
Yeah, Roger. Do you know what you call two physicians walking down the street?
I'm afraid to ask.
A paradox.
Actually, I got a couple for you, but I can't do them on the net. I have to call you after.
Okay, I got lots like that. Anyways, thanks for checking in, Larry. And I don't want to burst any bubbles, but I've actually seen snow in June.
No. Listen, to be honest with you, we used to go fishing all the time. It never went May 24th, but the 1st of June, we used to go up to Huntsville, and we fished in the creeks up there for little speckles. And we actually get up in the morning and have to break the ice off the hand pan the 1st of June. So anyways, that's it, Bill. Thanks for doing it. VE3LBI.
Yeah, take care, Larry. And that was many years ago when I was a kid. I lived out near just southwest of Brantford, and I remember that as a child. I forget what year that was, sometime in the 60s anyway. So it has happened. Anyway, I better move on and see if there are any more check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
VA3IMW. Everybody's just holding out to see how long I can stand it.
I was kind of gathering that, and I'm glad I'm not a commercial radio station. All that dead air, I'd have a big fine.
You'll do fine.
Anyway, good evening, Mac. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. So I might as well break the ice with this. Not sure how we're going to carry it forward. However, after Al's suggestion that we give Huey's repeater a trial for a net, Huey contacted me on air today and said, hey, if you guys want to move over to his repeater, you can use it at your discretion. So very cordial invitation for us to give it a shot. The big question is, when do we want to try it, and how do we get the message out to people for the initial trial? And I think everybody needs to have the frequency offset and tone information. So if I remember correctly, the frequency is 442.125.5. It's a +5 offset as usual, and it has a tone of 131.8. So that's the information that I'm going to throw in the pot, and would encourage some dialogue about how we want to try it and when we want to try it, and how we get the feedback as far as the ability for people to reach that repeater successfully, um, and whether we want to wholesale move our non-simplex nets. Anyways, there you go. 442, 412.5, and a tone of 131.8. Back to you, Bill.
Yeah, I don't know how others feel about it, but I don't know if we should do a wholesale move and move all the nets over there. I don't know if maybe we'll want to try one and see what kind of coverage or response we get, so that we get the word out. I have quite a few of the amateurs' emails here. I could send out the info. We could throw it up onto the Discord site as well. But I just don't know if we want to completely abandon this repeater, Mac. I'd have to think about it and maybe see what other people have to say as well.
Well, let's wait and see if Chuck checks in, and maybe if he wants to organize a few oopsie nets on there on Monday evening, and give it a try that way. And like you say, you don't want to pull up stakes and move wholesale, but you want to give it a shot. And we've got suggestions from interested parties, so that's kind of how a democracy is supposed to work, right? So yeah, let's see if Chuck checks in. And when he does check in, remind him that it's Tuesday. That means it's AREG Eve.
Yeah. Roger to that, Mac. I will do that. And you know what? That's a good idea. Maybe see if Chuck would like to try that repeater on Monday nights for now, and see how that goes. That's actually not a bad idea at all. One other quick comment. Was it you that sent out an email for petitioning Environment and Climate Change Canada? I hate saying that. Regarding the weather stations.
Yes, and it was Chris, VA3IMW, that sent it to me. So there's a link attached to the email. Click on the link, and it takes you to an official e-sign for the petition in order to keep the weather radio alive. So I think I sent it out to a handful of folks, maybe 4 or 5, and encourage everybody to go ahead and share that around, so that everybody gets a chance to take a poke at that. Because it would seem to me that not only the heritage, but also the simplicity of the system, AM communications, in a severe storm, everybody typically uses web-based applications. But you know what? In a hurricane, you're not going to have cell phone coverage, and you're not going to have internet coverage, because those are the first systems that go down. Those things fall over like the first domino is in the stack.
Recheck VA3LBI.
Yeah, go ahead, Larry.
Mac, possibly share that on the Discord site?
Okay, I'll see if I can find a way to copy the link over there. Yep.
Yeah, just copy and paste. Should work fine. Try it anyways. If you wouldn't mind, please. VA3LBI clear.
Okay, yeah, the word that comes to my mind, Mac, when I think about what they've done is contingency, and disabling that system is also not a good idea for people that live rurally and don't always have reliable cell phone or internet coverage. And for some reason, whoever at Climate Change Environment Canada
Yeah, I would agree wholeheartedly with migrating the system. Obviously, as technology gets better, the radio coverage should be better, right? And I always found that having, what was it? Was it 10 full different frequencies that we had to choose from? Um, there was always overlap, right? If I could hear one, I could probably hear four wherever I was in southern Ontario. I'm not sure if that's the case all over the place, but maybe strategically eliminating some of the transmitters. And then, I heard all the hard luck story about aging equipment and cost to repair and blah, upkeep and all the rest of it. Oh, bull hooey. Um, Migrate everything together so it works really well. Maintain what you got and utilize the equipment effectively. Keep it running. If you need help, call for help. Don't just pull the plug. Um, yeah, you know what? If that was the strategy, the medical industry would never have made any forward gains, right? You'd go in with a splinter on your finger, and the doctor would offer you euthanasia. Good grief!
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll just make one more comment and then I'll leave it alone. With all the money they waste and give away, they could have easily replaced that equipment. But I will leave that one there, Mac. And just before I move on, just give a quick plug-in for a week Saturday.
Roger. Yep. If you feel weak on Saturday, stay in bed. Hi. Yes. Support your parks weekend, April 18th. Valens Conservation Area, start time 11 o'clock. Feel free to talk loudly amongst yourself or arrange rides. Anybody who has a Hamilton Conservation Area card or voucher, that will be a way to get into the park without a fee. Other than that, yeah, I think there's facilities that are open there. So if you're aging and you have to use those things frequently, then not to worry. And we'll talk further about eats and beverages and other stuff like that we may want to throw in order to have a little face-to-face QSO after we finish our once we pry the microphone out of Edward's hand. You know what I mean? Anyways, there you go.
Sounds good. Yeah, after Edwards made contacts on every band in every mode. Hi. Yeah, that sounds good, Mac. And I'm sure that people will be willing to possibly do that. That sounds like a good idea. And I'm looking at the long range forecast, and we're looking good for that day. So hopefully that does not change. Okay, anything else before I ask for more check-ins, Mac?
Yeah, just one last thing. We like to poke fun at Edward because it takes him 2 days to get to the park, and he's the last man standing. But I love his tenacity. That's true, honest. That's how I feel about it. So if we poke a little fun about you not wanting to put the mic down, that's all right. You keep up the good work there, and keep inspiring us. Anyways, thanks, Bill. Back to you.
Yeah, well, if it takes him 2 days to get there, then he wants to make it worth his while. Hi. Anyway, we better move on and see if there's anyone else that would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
VA3CJZ, is the repeater warmed up now?
Yeah, I think Mac and I helped to warm it up a bit there with that back and forth. Good evening, Chuck. How you doing?
Oh my goodness, what a poor reception on the repeater that I have. I don't know if maybe somebody's on a frequency nearby or something, but man, it's terrible. I have to go on direct to hear most everyone. Anyhow, good evening, everyone. Let's see now. I have just gotten in touch with Huey, and I have the frequency here and the tone. and all that. And let me bring it up here. It's 442.4125. 442.4125. And the tone is 131.5. In and out. So, hope that helps.
131.8.
We have that information, and we're going to try to disseminate that information. So I don't know if you're interested in maybe trying the Monday Night Net out on that frequency once we get the word out, Chuck.
Yeah, I heard Mac in there too. There, yeah, it's probably a typo. It's probably 131.8, as most of the repeaters this area, 131.8. And thank you, Mac, for bringing that up. I didn't even realize I was reading it. I did read 131.5, so it's obviously a typo. And yeah, no problem. We can start doing it for the Monday night Oopsie Net, and go from there.
That sounds good. By then we can get the word out to all the regulars anyway, and hopefully we can maybe get it published elsewhere, Chuck. So, yeah, thank you for that. And while we have you, let's make sure we get you to give a plug for tomorrow night's net. Go ahead, Chuck.
All right, a little plug. Here we go. So tomorrow night is Amateur Radio Exchange Group night, or as we affectionately call it, the AREG net. And so that'll be on at 8 p.m. Night on 146.430 simplex. And no tones required there. 146.430 at 8 p.m. And I will be streaming the net on YouTube, and my YouTube channel is my call sign, VA3CJZ, and then just click on the live button, and you can follow us live there. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I see we're going to get double-digit temperatures on the weekend, so that's good. And yeah, I'm just waiting to hear back from the government to see how much money they're willing to give me back. And I want to pull the plug on a brand new 100-watt solar panel that I got my eye on. Back to you.
Well, that sounds good. You're talking about contingency. You're making yourself set for any type of incident there. So good for you, Chuck. Yeah, and we're definitely looking forward to the net tomorrow night. And yeah, temperatures are starting to look better even for tomorrow. So I have Chris coming over, so hopefully we get to do some work on this antenna and get it back to where it was. It looks like it's drooped a bit over the winter, so we're going to just redo everything and get it to where it was before. But anyway, Chuck, we appreciate you doing that net. We always look forward to the trivia, the interesting facts, and just all the camaraderie. So anything else before I ask for other check-ins?
Yes, sir. One last thing. I can post the repeater info on the AREG Facebook page. For those of you who are unaware, if you go to Facebook and search A-REG, and it'll come up, AREG, an Amateur Radio Exchange Group net, and I'll post that information there. And if somebody wants to maybe put it up on Discord, and then we'll start the ball rolling. And that'll be for the Monday Night Accidental Net, hosted by yours truly. Thanks for doing this one, Bill. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, wonderful, Chuck. Yeah, I think that should work out well, and you can probably give a plug for that tomorrow night, which I'm sure you'll do anyway. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. And by the way, I just checked the long-range forecast for all the ones that are going to come out to the Support Your Park activation that we're doing, the Corvette activation. We are looking so far at 12 degrees and sunny that day, a few clouds. So looking like it's going to be a fairly decent day. So let's hope that remains to be the same. I see that Mark Man, the VA3IMW is checked in on YouTube as well. I think I mentioned Albert there up in Barrie. I'm pretty sure I did. But anyways, I do see that activity there, getting a bit there. Just a quick reminder, don't forget about subscribe and like. So with that, let's stand by and see if there are any other check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club that come now.
VA3NFG.
VA3 CRF portable.
VA3MHV.
Well, we've got 3 stations in there, but Steve, stand by. You're going to pick up Vern first. He's portable there. I suspect he's probably out for a walk. Good evening, Vern. How you doing?
Good evening, Bill, and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up. Yep, out for me, which is nice. I mean, you expect it with the time change. But anyway, it's nice to see it after 7 o'clock. Kind of a cool day today. Right now it's about 2, maybe a little cooler than that. But yeah, not a bad day. And this morning when I was out on my walk, a big tree had come down up here in Waterdown. There were fire trucks and police vehicles there and stuff had come down on some wires. So I'm going to head down that way and see if they've cleaned it up, because that was at 7 this morning. I hope they have. VA3 CRF.
Well, very good. Yeah, you never know. You might get some firewood out of that. You'd have to let it sit for a while, but it would be a lot of firewood. Well, I'm guessing that some people had a power disruption.
I'm not sure if they did. Electra was there. So there may have been some that did, but they had not set up a perimeter, to keep folks away. So I just walked by on the other side of the street and checked it out. It didn't look too bad, but yeah, the tree had, blown over, or the cold got to it, and the roots were sticking up out of the ground, and it had come down. Fortunately, it did not hit any vehicles or a house, just some wires.
Yeah, I can remember. I'll just relate a quick story here. When I was a child, we lived south of Brantford, and we lived in an old farmhouse. And it was in March, and we'd had one of those weird nights where you get like thunder, but you're getting ice as well. And there was a big maple tree in the backyard, in the front yard, I should say. And it got hit by lightning. It split that tree right down the middle, and half of it hit the house, and we were all sleeping, and that woke us up at about 3 in the morning. It was something that I'll probably never forget.
Yeah, absolutely. I am sure about that. Anyway, just wanted to check in, Bill. I appreciate you picking me up. I know there's some folks there behind me. Been listening along. I think it's a great idea to use Huey's repeater. I don't think it gets used a lot. I have no problem hitting it from up here in Waterdown. So looking forward to us starting to use it next week as word gets out. VA3 CRF.
Very good, Vern. Yeah, it's worth a shot. And by the way, you've got a good signal in the repeater, full quieting, good audio. So thanks for taking the time to check in. Okay, let's see what Steve's been up to. VA3NFG, VA3IUK. Good evening, Steve. How you doing?
Oh, good evening, Bill, and to all on net this evening. What have I been up to? Not a lot today on my day off. I gotta go out again shortly. Yeah, I was out earlier today. I had a couple of errands to run, and now I have a new errand to run. So, that's about it. That and a little bit of radio. I think I made about 22 contacts today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 of them were POTA, and the others were FT8 distances as far as Lebanon today. day, which was pretty good. And no, it wasn't a park, unfortunately. Azores, Chile, Angola, and Spain, and Portugal. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it there, Bill. Just still enjoying my day off. I see it's still light out there. Out there at 7:29 p.m. That's good. Bring on the summer. Can hardly wait. Anyway, that's it, Bill. And what frequency is this a repeater that we'll be using, or we will all be using?
Yeah, Chuck, are you still there? Do you want to give the frequency out again?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. You can hear me, right, Steve? Roger that. Yeah, I have to go on direct. It's horrible. So the frequency for the Monday night accidental net will be 442.4125 with a tone of 131.8. And that's Huey's repeater. And we're going to try and get the word out and have everybody stop by there on Monday night and see how it goes. Yeah, okay there, Chuck. I flipped over to the reverse there. So you can flip back to the repeater or memory mode. Okay, yeah, I think I've got that one programmed in my radios. I don't think I have that on the Yaesu here in the house, or do I? I'm not sure. But okay, yeah, I got it jotted down here. 442-4125 and a tone. Did I get the tone right? Was it 131? Yes, sir. 442-4125 with a tone of 131.8. Roger, Dodger. Got that, Chuck. Thank you for that information. All right. That's about all I got for traffic there for tonight's net there, Bill. We'll send it back to net control and see who else is there. Thanks again for doing the net. VE3IUK, VA3NFG.
Yeah, VA3IMW, VA3IUK. Well, good contacts, and hopefully tomorrow later in the day I'll be back in business again with this antenna here. So Chris is coming over. It's gonna be a half decent day tomorrow, so we'll get some work done on that. Anyway, take care, and thanks so much for checking in. So let's see now. Oh, we've got Mark, VA3MHV, V3IUK. Good evening, Mark. How are you doing?
Good evening, Bill and all on net. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you're the same. Yeah, kind of chilly out today. Not much going on here, though, Bill. I just wanted to give you a check-in. I've been listening along and enjoying. I did take the dog out today for a good lengthy walk. Had to bundle up, but it was nice to have the sun out. Rather chilly, though, quite windy. And I'm not a fan of the wind, so I've been listening along here. I think I have Huey programmed in here, too, as well, so I'll just double-check and make sure. That sounds reasonable to me to give it a whirl. That's about all I got, Bill. Thanks for doing it. I've been listening along. VA3MHV.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I think it's a good idea. So glad it was suggested. Okay, Mark. Well, thanks for taking the time to check in, and have a good evening. Appreciate it. Anyone else for Lake Ontario Radio Club Net? Come now.
VA3CJZ recheck.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, I think after the net there, Bill, I'm going to check to see if I have the frequency programmed in here. If not, I'm going to do that. And give the repeater a try and see what we get. So if anybody wants to join me, I'll be on Huey's repeater after the net.
Yeah, I may do the same here. In fact, I've got to reprogram some frequencies in this radio, so that's a good excuse for doing it. Okay, Chuck, thanks for that. And if I'm around after I get the garbage out, I shall join you. We'll take one more standby and see if there are any last-minute check-ins or any more rechecks before I close the net down. Come now.
Victor Echo the Third, Echo Kilo Japan.
Victor Echo the Third, East Kangaroo Jerky. Good evening. How are you?
Not bad. I had a nap after supper. Had my nightly chat with my mom. And I was thinking, should I go back to my nap? And then I heard the net happening, and I thought I'd check in there. I can always nap later. I'm really good at napping.
Have you heard the old one-liner about the guy that says, I'm so tired I'll have to have a nap before I go to bed?
I invented it.
Well, we all need a claim to fame.
Well, I could claim the tryptophan from the turkey, but I could use that excuse for a month or two.
There you go. Yeah, well, I was up early this morning. I've been up since 6 o'clock, so I've had an early morning. Anyways, appreciate you checking in, and how was your day?
A little cold. Colder than my first wife's heart. I needed a little bit of hardware. So for me, that means another bus trip, hop on the Bayfront, get out to Woodward and Barton, and into Rona there, and pick up 2 little bolts. I only needed one, but I wanted a spare, and 2 little washers. And while I was there, I also found the neatest little power drill screwdriver bit. Never saw these before. I like the long ones. They work better in my drill. And I was looking to pick up a green square Robertson. And there was one. It's about 8 inches long, and I've never seen it, but it's so simple. I'm surprised nobody ever made one before. Green on one end and red on the other. You know, the 2 common ones in one little tool piece. I thought that was pretty neat. And then all the way back. So just to pick up that, killed well over an hour. You know, that's just the way it works when you take the bus. People talk about how we should all take public transit, but everybody's so time poor as it is. Not me, of course, being retired, but for a working man, if he had to, you know, put in public transit time on top of all the busy things he's got to do with work and all day long and family and such, he'd burn right out. He'd need 26 hours out of every 24. So I got it easy, but I know nobody takes public transit to save time.
No, they do not, and I've had to rely on that for pretty much all my life, you know, unless I, get the odd ride. But, yeah, I understand that. Well, you know what? If you need a longer day, you better go live on DS9 there, because I think when they're orbiting Bayshore, they had a 28-hour day. How's that sound?
Well, if the extra 4 hours were naps...
Why did I know you were going to say that?
Oh, I'm the old guy, so nobody ever blames the old guy. You got to divert suspicion.
Yeah, what's that one? I'm so old. When I was born, the Dead Sea was just slightly ill.
For me, the Dead Sea wasn't even sick yet.
There you go. Anyway, Bill, thanks a lot for checking in. And anything else before I move on?
Nope, I'll just keep listening. I've got the end of a cable in my hand here. This Drake power supply that I'm going to rework to run my Gonset G76. And
I've got to change the Cinch Jones connector that plugs into the back. And so I've got the old one unsoldered. And of course, when you do that, the ends are never quite the same. So basically, you got to cut them and redo them, all 10 of them. So for me, that'll be a lot of exertion.
Yeah, with all that equipment there, you'll be able to open up a computer museum. A radio museum, I should say.
Bankers.
Yeah, I meant to say radio, not computer.
People aren't, well, it's getting harder to sell them from what I've been reading. It's the shipping charges have gone so crazy. Now, fortunately, they're not hard to unload at Hamfest, but times haven't changed. You have to, it used to be that you could sell them unrestored, and guys would appreciate buying them cheaper because they'd be restoring them themselves, like getting an old car that's going to need some work. But nowadays, nobody wants or can restore. So you have to completely restore the thing, even though you got to charge more, or nobody will buy it.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I made contact with you regarding Hamlin, because I'm sure I would have just sat here a lot longer, so appreciate that. Anyway, I better move on and see if there are any other check-ins, Bill. Take care.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Anyone else at Lake Ontario Radio Club Net before I close the net down? Come now. All right, nothing heard. 10 check-ins, not bad. Thanks a lot to all you folks that checked in, and we will be here again Saturday night for the next edition. Well, there's the Simplex edition, I should say, on Thursday night with Mac, and then I'll be in that controller again for Saturday and Sunday. So I'd also like to thank Terry, VA3IQL, for the use of the repeater. Thanks to all you fine folks that checked in. You guys make the net. I just take down the call signs and direct traffic, so to speak. So, this is Bill. Just a reminder for some of you folks, it's garbage night. That's what I'm going to do after I sign off here. So this is Bill, VA3IUK in Dundas, bidding you all 7-3 and turning this repeater and related frequencies back to normal energy 7-3.
And there we go. That'll bring the live stream to a close as well. We'll be back on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. To monitor the same Lake Ontario Radio Club net. However, the Thursday edition is on Simplex on a frequency of 446.125. And I'll be the net controller for that one. 7-3's one and all. That's how we say goodbye.